All right, let's talk about the one thing that really separates people who get things done from those who just, well, dream about it. And here's a hint, it's probably not what you think it is. This is about the real engine of success, and we're going to break it all down right now.
We all know this feeling, don't we? That incredible jolt of excitement when a new idea hits. You feel like you can conquer the world. You're on fire, you're ready to go. It's a fantastic rush. But that feeling? That's exactly where the trouble begins.
Because here's the stone-cold truth. That amazing feeling, it's a fair-weather friend. It's temporary. It fades. And if you're banking on a feeling to get you through the tough stuff, that is a surefire recipe for disappointment.
And that leads us right into our first big idea here, the motivation trap. It's this incredibly common, often invisible pitfall of letting your emotional state dictate your actions.
I mean, just think about how fragile motivation really is. You're on a roll, everything's going great, and then one bad day hits. You get a poor night's sleep, you get some bad news, or you're just in a bad mood for no reason at all. And poof, it's gone, vanishes, just like that.
So here's the crucial link. When the feeling goes away, the action stops. And that is the exact moment most people give up. They've built their entire plan on the shaky foundation of feelings, and the second a crack appears, the whole thing just comes crashing down.
Okay, so let's break this down because this is where it all becomes crystal clear. On one side, you've got motivation. It's a feeling. It feels great, sure, but it's completely unreliable because it just reacts to your mood. But then you look at the other side, discipline. That's not a feeling. It's an action. It's a system. It couldn't care less about your feelings. In fact, it's so powerful, it actually has the ability to create a better mood just by taking action.
So, if motivation is the trap, then what's the way out? Well, that brings us right to the second part, the winner's secret. This is all about building a system for yourself, a system that works whether you feel like it or not.
And this really gets to the heart of the mindset shift. You know, successful people, they don't have some secret tap for endless motivation. They're not superhuman. They just understand that waiting around to feel ready is a losing game. So instead, they put all their energy into building the habit of just doing the work.
So what is discipline, really, when you strip it all down? Here it is, in its most raw and honest form. It's doing the thing, especially on the days you really, really hate the idea of doing it. It's about honoring the promise you made to yourself long after the mood you made it in has left. This is the mantra. This is the internal dialogue you've got to have. Your mood? Irrelevant. All those clever excuses your brain is so good at coming up with, they don't matter. The only thing that counts is taking the action you said you would take. End of story.
Okay, this all sounds great, but how do we actually build this thing? Because let's be real, discipline isn't something you're just born with. It's a muscle, and you have to forge it day by day through practice. It's all about small, consistent efforts that add up over time.
The path is surprisingly simple, though that doesn't always mean it's easy. It's basically a four-step process. First, you pick one small, totally manageable action. Second, you commit to doing it every single day, no days off. Third, and this is the big one, you have to consciously ignore how you feel about doing it. And finally, step 4, just do it. Just execute.
Let's see what this looks like in practice. It all starts here, not with some huge, heroic leap, but with one tiny, almost laughably small action. We're talking one push-up, writing one sentence, reading just one page.
Now, what happens when you take that one tiny action and you just don't stop? You do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and you keep going every single day for a whole year. That one little brick has now been laid 365 times.
And what do you get from those 365 individual actions? You get a mountain of change. That is the undeniable, unstoppable power of consistency. It's never about intensity, it's always about repetition. That's how you literally build a new identity, a new reality for yourself.
So, let's bring this all home and get really clear on the relationship between these two big forces. They're not enemies, not at all. They just have very, very different jobs. And understanding their proper roles is the key to actually finishing any race you decide to start.
If you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. Motivation is the spark. It's the starter pistol that gets you excited and gets you to the starting line. And that's great. Use that energy. But discipline?
Discipline is the engine that carries you, step by step, all the way across the finish line.
And that brings us to the final thought, which is really a question for you. Motivation is going to spark a lot of new beginnings in your life. But with the power of discipline, the real question becomes, what important race are you finally going to finish?